On the crime-ravaged streets of Indianapolis, USA, a new breed of law enforcer is driving criminals from the streets into the jails where they belong. They're not the police, they're not the army, and they're not going to take any crap from anyone. They are America's hardest bounty hunters. Indianapolis, the home of America's hardest bounty hunters. They're led by Agent Fred Slack and are licensed by the state of Indiana to catch criminals on the run. The more they catch, the more cash they make, and these guys are loaded. Bounty hunting is a dark, dangerous and secretive profession, which has now been captured on film by the bounty hunters themselves. Welcome to their world. In today's program, America's hardest bounty hunters make an unannounced call on a local drug dealer, take out a father and son crime team in one crazy swoop,
Don't even move. Do not resist us.
and come in for one hell of a nasty surprise when this guy is caught short.
Don't stop resisting! Stop resisting!
What really makes a good bounty hunter is heart.
You got to have a lot of patience.
You have to be persistent.
You have to have attention to detail. You have to be patient. You have to be able to sit on surveillance for hours, never give up.
You have to have a lot of passion, not only for yourself, but for life in general, for other people.
You have to be very thorough, complete. I mean, make sure you know where you're going, what you're doing.
You have to have the drive.
Be able to read people.
You got to think like a criminal.
You know that you have more heart and more courage than anybody else out there because the people that you're chasing are absolute animals.
That's what really makes a real good bounty hunter is all those things put together, not just one, all of them.
There is nothing that a bounty hunter enjoys more than catching up with a drug dealer, especially if it happens to be James Adams. He's on a $25,000 bond, 10% of which will go to the bounty hunters if they can haul him in. He's facing a 10-year stretch, so is unlikely to come quietly.
This particular defendant was I want to say a second-class drug dealer. He sold drugs, and I don't think he was very good at it, or he wouldn't have gotten caught.
It's the 12th of May 2004, and the bounty hunters have gathered at a secret location to discuss tactics and to find out what type of person they're up against.
Loudmouth, rowdy kid. He's little.
Armed with all the information they require, they set off.
That's good.
Go ahead, Benny. I'll follow you out.
On the way, the team get a call from the confidential informant warning them that a local street gang is in the vicinity.
It was kind of a hangout in the neighborhood for the neighborhood kids, so we had no idea how many people were actually in the house. That makes it harder on us because there are only, 6 or 7 of us at the most, and to go into a house with 12 or 15 people, those kind of odds. We're going to come out on top, but, we don't know what we have to do to come out on top.
Knowing that there's trouble ahead, the team decide to hit their house with maximum force.
When you have a defendant one on drug charges, you don't know what you're going to get into when you raid the house. he hit into the house, I was like, oh shit, man. It was just like guys everywhere.
Everybody's right here. It's all fucked up.
We contained everyone in the living room, and we didn't identify the defendant that we were looking for. So our team, we searched the house room by room.
Once we started searching the house, it was just a little intense search. Search every little cover, everything, just in case our defendant heard all the ruckus in the front.
Yeah, it's clear.
After we got to the backside, there was a bedroom on the backside, and we stormed the bedroom.
First thing I see is titties. Look at me in my face.
It was like, okay, do I grab her or do I grab him? And it was just a split-second decision. And I ran for him because he was halfway out the window when we caught him.
She just jumped up out of bed, buck naked, titties flopping everywhere, and I had to grab a hold of her and throw her on the bed.
As soon as the defendant is apprehended, he's led away and sent straight back to lockup.
The defendant was taken into custody. He was also violated because he was on probation, and I believe he got a max of 10 years.
The bounty hunters celebrate a $2,500 hit and a job well done.
Hey, who's going transport? Yeah, who's transport? Now your turn.
By day, Fred Slack is a Pentecostal preacher who answers only to God. But at night, Fred embarks on a pilgrimage of prosecution as one of the U.S.'s most feared bounty hunters. But what makes a man want to earn his living in a profession where death is an occupational hazard?
I decided to become a bounty hunter 11 years ago. Someone robbed me, tried to kill me, left me for dead. These guys set me up, had me go to a location saying they wanted to give me some money, when actually the plan was to rob me, take my car. Police didn't catch them, so I decided I would catch them.
With vengeance on his mind, Fred built up a team of like-minded meatheads who get a buzz out of what they do.
The most exciting thing about my job is the adrenaline rush. No two cases are the same. Every defendant is like a game. He's trying to hide, you're trying to get him. That's my high. I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do drugs. So my high is going after that man. I'm like a bulldog. When I'm after you, I'm going to catch you.
They say the crime runs in the family. Well, that's certainly the case with Ron and Jeff Klein, a father and son criminal gang wanted for traffic violations by Florida's police. They're on a combined $50K bond, so there's a $5,000 reward to whoever can drag them kicking and screaming back to the sunny state.